Listen to me, listen carefully, because this message, this moment, it's for you. Yes, you. You've been waiting, thinking, wishing, hoping. But let me tell you something. Hope is not a strategy. Wishing won't change your life. Action will. See, every single day, life gives you two choices. Step up or step back. You can wake up, stay comfortable, keep making excuses, or you can get up, stand tall, and fight for the life you know you were meant to live. Because let me tell you, nothing is promised. Not tomorrow, not next week, not success, not even failure. But one thing is certain, if you do nothing, you get nothing. The question is, how bad do you want it? You say you want success, then work. You say you want change, then move. You say you want more, then take it. Because if you don't, somebody else will. Life doesn't wait for you to be ready. It doesn't care if you're scared. It doesn't stop just because you're tired. So hear me when I say this. This is your time. This is your moment. Don't let fear stop you. Don't let doubt hold you back. Don't let excuses rob you of your destiny. This message, it's not just words, it's a wake-up call. So what are you going to do? Sit back and watch your life slip away? Or stand up and take what's yours? Because this, right here, right now, this is your chance. Hope. It's a beautiful thing. It gives people comfort, a sense of possibility, a light in the dark. But let's get one thing straight. Hope alone won't change your life. Hope is passive. It sits, it waits. It expects something to happen, yet it takes no action to make it happen. And that right there, that's the problem. Too many people are hoping for change, but doing nothing to bring it into reality. They dream about success, but they don't chase it. They want more, but they refuse to work for it. Hope might get you through the night, but action is what builds the morning. Let me ask you something. How many times have you said, I hope things get better? How many times have you told yourself, I hope I get that job, or I hope I lose this weight, or I hope I find happiness? Hope makes you feel good in the moment, but it does nothing to move you forward. You can hope all you want, but until you act, nothing changes. If hope was enough, we'd all be rich. We'd all be successful. We'd all be exactly where we want to be, but we're not. Why? Because it's not about what you hope for, it's about what you do. People talk about faith, they talk about believing in something greater, believing in themselves. That's powerful, but even faith without works is dead. You can have all the faith in the world, but if you never take a step, if you never put in the effort, that faith is wasted. You want something? Go get it. You want to change? Make the change. You want a different life? Start building it. Nobody is coming to hand you success. Nobody is going to knock on your door and say, here's your dream life, no effort required. No, it doesn't work like that. Think about the most successful people you admire. The athletes, the business leaders, the artists, the visionaries. You think they got to where they are by hoping? No, they had a vision and then they executed that vision. They worked while others slept. They trained while others rested. They failed and they kept going. Because success doesn't respond to hope. It responds to grit, determination, and relentless action. It responds to those who refuse to sit still and wait. Now, don't misunderstand me. Hope has its place. Hope is what keeps people going when things are tough. Hope is what gives people the strength to believe that something better is possible. But listen to me. Hope is the spark, not the fire. It's what gets you thinking about change, but it's not what makes the change happen. If you sit in a dark room and hope the light turns on, nothing happens. But the moment you get up and flip the switch, everything changes. That's what action does. That's what effort does. Too many people live their lives waiting for the right moment, waiting for a sign, waiting for the universe to give them an opportunity. But let me tell you something. Opportunity isn't given. It's taken. You don't wait for the perfect time. You don't wait until everything feels safe and comfortable. Because if you wait, you'll wait forever. Life doesn't reward those who sit still. It rewards those who move, those who take risks, those who aren't afraid to fail and try again. If you're waiting, you're already behind. So stop hoping, stop waiting. Stop sitting around wishing things were different. Hope doesn't change your life, action does. Get up, get moving, and start creating the future you say you want. Because if you don't, you'll spend your life watching other people live the dreams you were too afraid to chase. Every single day, life puts a choice in front of you. It doesn't matter who you are, where you come from, or what you've been through. This choice is always there. Step up or step back. That's it. That's the game. You either decide to face your challenges head on, push through fear, and take control of your future, or you let life beat you down, keep you small, and hold you back. And make no mistake, doing nothing is still a choice. Every time you choose to hesitate, every time you choose to stay silent, every time you choose to stay in your comfort zone, you're stepping back. And every step back is a step further away from the life you were meant to live. Think about it. How many opportunities have passed you by because you were too afraid to step up? How many times have you seen a chance to grow, to improve, to take a risk, and instead you backed away? Maybe you told yourself, now's not the right time, or I'm not ready, or what if I fail? But let me tell you something. There is no right time. There is no perfect moment when everything lines up, when you feel 100% confident, when there's no risk involved. That's a fantasy. The people who succeed in this world are the ones who step up even when they're scared. They take action even when they don't feel ready, because they understand that hesitation is just another form of fear, and fear is what keeps people stuck. The truth is, life doesn't wait for you to make a decision. It moves forward with or without you. And the longer you wait, the harder it gets. Look around. How many people do you know who had big dreams but never followed through? How many people used to talk about everything they wanted to do, but now they're stuck in the same place, telling the same stories? That's what happens when you choose to step back, when you choose comfort over courage, when you let life push you instead of pushing back. You don't just stay where you are, you fall behind. Because while you're waiting, someone else is stepping up. Someone else is saying yes to the opportunities you're turning down. Someone else is out there putting in the work, learning, growing, and getting closer to the success that could have been yours. Now, I know what some of you are thinking, but what if I try and fail? What if I step up and it doesn't work out? Let me tell you something. The failure is not the enemy. Failure is the cost of entry. Every successful person you admire has failed. Every great leader, every top athlete, every business mogul, they've all failed. Probably more times than you can count. But the difference is they kept stepping up. They didn't let failure define them. They learned from it, adapted, and kept moving forward. That's the mindset you need. Because the only real failure is stepping back so many times that you never step forward again. Stepping up isn't just about chasing big goals. It's about the little decisions you make every single day. Do you hit snooze, or do you get up and attack the day? Do you make excuses, or do you take responsibility? Do you settle for good enough, or do you push for excellence? Success isn't built in one big moment. It's built in the small choices you make over and over again. It's built in discipline. It's built in persistence. It's built in the ability to step up even when you don't feel like it, because that's what separates the winners from the ones who never make it. But let me be real with you. Stepping up, it takes effort, it takes sacrifice, it takes the willingness to be uncomfortable, to struggle, to push through when things get tough. But let me ask you this. What's the alternative? Staying stuck? Watching other people live the life you want? Waking up years from now full of regret, wishing you had just taken that chance when you had it? That's the price of stepping back. That's the price of playing small. And I promise you, the pain of regret is far worse than the pain of discipline. So, What's it going to be? Are you going to step up, face your fears, push past your doubts? Or are you going to step back, stay comfortable, and watch your potential slip away? Because life won't wait. Time won't wait. And every single day, you have to decide, step up or step back. Let me tell you something that most people don't want to hear. Nothing in this life is promised. Not success, not happiness, not tomorrow, not even the next breath you take. Everything you have, everything you think is guaranteed can be taken from you in an instant. And yet so many people walk through life acting like they have all the time in the world, like opportunities will wait for them, like dreams don't expire. But let me tell you, time is the one thing you can never get back. You waste it, you lose it, and once it's gone, it's gone. Think about the people you've seen in life who had it all and lost it. The ones who thought they were secure, who thought their position, their money, their relationships, their success were set in stone. And then one day it was all ripped away. A bad decision, a moment of hesitation, a wrong move. Or sometimes no mistake at all. Just life, reminding them that nothing is guaranteed. One day you're up, the next you're down. That's how fast it can happen. And if you think that can't happen to you, you're already in danger. People go through life assuming that things will always be there. I'll start next year. I'll take that risk later. I'll spend more time with my family when I have more money. But what if next year never comes? What if that opportunity you keep putting off disappears? What if the people you love aren't here when you finally decide to make time for them? That's the reality of life. You don't get to control how much time you have, but you do get to control how you use it. And if you keep acting like there's always going to be a later, one day you're going to wake up and realize you ran out of laters. The problem is, most people don't take action until life forces them to. They don't appreciate their health until they get sick. They don't fight for their dreams until they're backed into a corner. They don't cherish their relationships until they lose someone. Why does it take loss for people to wake up? Why do so many wait until it's too late to start living like life actually matters? The truth is, if you're not living with urgency, if you're not treating every day like a gift, you're taking life for granted. And the only thing guaranteed to those who take life for granted is regret. Success isn't promised either. I don't care how talented you are. I don't care how much potential you have. If you think talent alone is enough, you're lying to yourself. The world is full of people with potential who never made it, because potential means nothing without action. You can have all the skills, all the intelligence, all the connections, but if you don't show up, if you don't put in the work, if you don't fight for what you want, someone else will. And when they do, don't be surprised when they pass you by. Hard work beats talent every single day when talent refuses to work. And let's talk about failure, because failure isn't promised either. You ever notice how some people go through life terrified of failing? They won't take risks. They won't step out of their comfort zone. They won't chase their dreams because they're afraid of what might go wrong. But here's the thing. Failure is not guaranteed. You might win, you might succeed, you might step into the greatest chapter of your life if you just take that chance. But you'll never know if you don't try. The only thing that is guaranteed is that if you do nothing, you will get nothing. So stop waiting for life to hand you something. Stop acting like you have forever. Stop thinking you can play it safe and still win big. Because nothing, not time, not success, not even failure, is promised. The only thing you can count on is the effort you put in, the risks you take, and the urgency with which you live your life. Everything else can disappear in a second. Let's get one thing straight. If you do nothing, you get nothing. That's the truth. No way around it. You can sit there and wish, you can hope, You can dream all you want, but until you move, until you act, until you do something, nothing will change. The world doesn't reward people for sitting still. It doesn't hand out success to people who wait. It rewards those who step up, who take risks, who put in the work, even when they don't feel like it. Too many people are stuck in a cycle of complaining. They talk about what they want, but they do nothing to get it. They say they want a better life, a better job, a stronger body, more money, but what are they doing? Sitting around, scrolling through their phone, wasting time, waiting for something to magically change? That's not how life works. If you put in zero effort, you get zero results. Simple as that. Nobody is going to knock on your door and hand you success. Nobody is coming to save you. You have to save yourself. Let me ask you this. What's stopping you? Fear, doubt, laziness? Because whatever it is, it's not a real excuse. Fear is normal, but it's not a reason to stop. Doubt happens to everyone, but it's not an excuse to quit. Laziness? That's just weakness. And the only way to beat it is to push through it. If you wait until you feel motivated, you'll be waiting your whole life. The people who win aren't the ones who always feel like working. They're the ones who work anyway. Because they know the truth. Action creates motivation, not the other way around. Think about the most successful people in the world. The ones who built empires, the ones who made history. Do you think they got there by sitting around, waiting for inspiration? No. They showed up every day, even when they didn't feel like it. They put in the hours, the sweat, the sacrifice. They knew that if they didn't move, if they didn't grind, they would end up like everyone else. Stuck, miserable, and full of regret. They didn't wait for permission. They took what they wanted. That's the mindset you need. Because the truth is, life is happening right now. Opportunities are passing you by right now. And if you keep standing still, if you keep making excuses, if you keep waiting, someone else is going to take what could have been yours. Somebody out there with less talent than you, with fewer resources than you, is putting in the work. They're showing up, they're grinding, and they will win. Because they took action while you hesitated. You ever wonder why some people make it and some don't? It's not always about talent. It's not always about luck. It's about who moves first, who works harder, who refuses to quit. You can have all the potential in the world, but if you don't act on it, it means nothing. Nobody cares what you could do. They care about what you actually do. And if you don't start now, today, this second, then when? Because every day you wait, every day you stay in the same place, is another day wasted. So I'll say it one more time. If you do nothing, you get nothing. No success, no growth, no progress. You stay exactly where you are, watching life pass you by. But if you move, if you push, if you take action, everything changes. It won't be easy, it won't be comfortable, but it will be worth it. Excuses are the chains that keep you locked in the same place. They are the lies you tell yourself to justify inaction. I don't have enough time. I'm not ready yet. I'll start tomorrow. Sound familiar? These are the excuses that keep people stuck, watching others succeed while they stay exactly where they are. The hard truth. Excuses will destroy your future. They will steal your potential, rob you of success, and leave you with nothing but regret. Look around. How many people do you know who once had big dreams but never followed through? People who said they wanted to start that business, write that book, get in shape, chase their passion. But instead of taking action, they made excuses. They blamed their circumstances. They said they didn't have the resources or didn't have the right connections. Now years have passed, and where are they? Nowhere. They're still waiting for the perfect time, still talking about what they could have done. But life doesn't wait for people who make excuses. It moves forward with or without you. Let me tell you something. Nobody cares about your excuses. The world doesn't care why you didn't succeed. It doesn't care why you stayed in the same place for years. The only thing that matters is results. You either get the job done or you don't. You either take action or you don't. You either succeed or you make excuses for why you didn't. And let's be real, excuses are nothing but a way to make failure feel comfortable. They give you an easy way out. They let you avoid responsibility. But in the end, all they do is hurt you. You ever notice how the most successful people don't sit around complaining? They don't waste time making excuses. They find solutions. They adapt. They figure out a way no matter what. Why? Because they understand that success is about ownership. It's about taking control of your life instead of blaming outside circumstances. They know that life isn't fair, that obstacles will come, that setbacks are inevitable, but instead of using those as excuses, they use them as fuel to push harder. That's the difference between winners and losers. And let's talk about time, because that's the biggest excuse people make. I don't have enough time. Really? You have the same 24 hours as everyone else. The difference is how you use them. You have time to scroll through social media. You have time to binge watch TV shows. You have time to sleep in. But when it comes to chasing your goals, suddenly you're too busy. No. The truth is, you're just not prioritizing what matters. Because if something is important to you, you make time. No excuses, no exceptions. Let's be real, excuses feel good in the moment. They take the pressure off. They make you feel like it's not your fault that you're not where you want to be. But in the long run, they do nothing but set you back. One excuse turns into two. Two turns into a habit. And before you know it, years have passed, and you're still stuck in the same place, wondering why nothing ever changed. You want a different life? Stop making excuses and start making moves. So from this moment on, no more excuses. No more blaming circumstances. No more waiting for the right time. If you want something, go get it. If you have a goal, start working on it today. Because excuses won't build your future. Action will. You want success. You want financial freedom. You want to be the best at what you do. Then let me tell you the truth. It all comes down to discipline. Not motivation, not luck, not talent. Just discipline. That ability to do what needs to be done even when you don't feel like it. That's the key. That's the foundation. Because motivation is temporary. Some days you'll feel inspired. Some days you won't. But discipline is what separates the people who talk about success from the people who actually achieve it. Look around. The most successful people in the world, they don't rely on motivation. They rely on habits. They wake up early. They work when they're tired. They push through when things get hard because they've trained themselves to be consistent. While others are sleeping in, making excuses, waiting to feel ready, they're putting in the work. Day after day, week after week, month after month. That's what discipline looks like. It's showing up, no matter what. It's not waiting for the perfect time. It's creating the perfect time through action. The problem is, most people don't have discipline. They have wishes. They wish they were in shape. They wish they had more money. They wish they could change their life. But when it comes to actually putting in the work, they disappear. Because discipline isn't fun. It's not exciting. It's grinding when no one is watching. It's putting in the hours with no guarantee of success. And that's why so many people quit. They expect instant results. They want success now, and when it doesn't come fast enough, they give up. But real winners, they stay the course. They understand that discipline isn't about getting quick results, it's about showing up until the results come. And let's be clear, discipline is a choice. You either build it or you don't. It's not something you're born with. It's not something only a special group of people have. Anybody can develop discipline, but most won't. Both because it's hard. It requires sacrifice. It means giving up comfort, giving up distractions, giving up the easy way out. And a lot of people aren't willing to do that. They'd rather stay comfortable. They'd rather do what's easy. But here's the thing, easy choices lead to a hard life. Hard choices lead to an easy life. I think about the things you struggle with. Maybe it's waking up early. Maybe it's staying consistent with your workouts. Maybe it's staying focused on your goals. Whatever it is, the problem isn't that you can't do it. It's that you won't. Because discipline is a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. But the less you use it, the weaker it becomes. Every time you choose to push through, every time you choose discipline over comfort, You're training yourself to be stronger. And eventually those things that felt impossible, they become normal. Because discipline rewires your mind. It turns hard work into a habit. Now, let's talk about those who lack discipline. Look at the people who are struggling in life, people who can't hold a job, who are always broke, who can't stay committed to anything. 9 times out of 10, the root cause is a lack of discipline. They start something, then quit when it gets hard. They make a goal, then get distracted. They want success, but they don't want to earn it. And that's why they stay stuck. Because without discipline, nothing in life is sustainable. You can have talent, you can have opportunities, but without discipline, you'll throw it all away. So if you want to change your life, start with discipline. Stop waiting to feel like it. Stop waiting for motivation. Stop looking for shortcuts. Just commit. Every single day, no matter what. Because discipline isn't just about working hard, it's about who you become in the process. And once you master it, once you develop the ability to control yourself, to do what needs to be done every single day, there is nothing you can't achieve. Everything you want, success, happiness, financial freedom, personal growth, it all starts in one place, your mind. Your mindset is the foundation of your entire life. It controls how you think, how you act, how you respond to challenges. And let me tell you, the difference between people who win and people who lose is not just talent. It's not just luck. It's mindset. Because if your mind isn't right, nothing else will be. Look around. You'll see 2 types of people in this world, those with a strong mindset and those with a weak mindset. The strong-minded, they take responsibility. They see obstacles as opportunities. They refuse to quit, no matter how tough things get. The weak-minded, they make excuses. They blame circumstances. They fold under pressure. And here's the thing, life will test you. It's going to throw challenges your way. It's going to push you to your limits. And if your mindset isn't built for resilience, you're going to break before you ever reach your full potential. You ever wonder why some people go through the worst experiences and still come out stronger? They lose everything, they get knocked down, but somehow they still rise. You know why? Because they refuse to be victims. They refuse to let life define them. Instead of saying, why is this happening to me? They say, what can I learn from this? How can I grow from this? That shift in mindset, that's what separates the people who stay stuck from the people who break through. And let's talk about self-doubt. Because the biggest enemy you'll ever face, it's not the competition. It's not other people. It's your own mind. It's that voice inside your head that tells you you're not good enough, that you're not ready, that you'll fail. That voice is a liar. And the only way to silence it is to prove it wrong through action, through consistency, through discipline. Every time you push forward despite fear, every time you take action despite doubt, you weaken that voice. And the more you do that, the stronger your mindset becomes. But let's be real, most people will never develop that level of mental toughness. You know why? Because it's hard. It's easier to complain than to change. It's easier to settle than to fight. It's easier to accept mediocrity than to demand more from yourself. But here's the truth, your mind will either be your greatest weapon or your biggest enemy. If you don't control it, it will control you. It will keep you stuck in fear. It will keep you comfortable. And comfort, that's the killer of growth. So how do you develop a winning mindset? It starts with feeding your mind the right things. What are you watching? What are you listening to? Who are you surrounding yourself with? Because if you're constantly filling your mind with negativity, watching the news, scrolling through nonsense, hanging around people who do nothing but complain, guess what? That's going to shape your mindset. But if you surround yourself with winners, with people who push you, if you fill your mind with knowledge, with inspiration, with challenges, that's when everything starts to change. At the end of the day, your mindset is your responsibility. You can train it, strengthen it, develop it, or you can let it rot. But understand this, the way you think will determine the way you live. And if you don't take control of your mind, someone else will. So decide today, are you going to let fear, excuses, and weakness dictate your life? Or are you going to build a mindset so strong that nothing, not doubt, not failure, not even life itself can break you? The choice is yours. Let me ask you something. When you look back on your life, do you want to feel proud? Or do you want to feel regret? Because make no mistake, regret is a heavier burden than discipline will ever be. Regret is knowing you had the chance, but you didn't take it. It's knowing you could have been more, done more, achieved more, but you let fear, laziness, or distractions hold you back. And let me tell you, that kind of pain doesn't go away. It stays with you. It eats at you. It haunts you. See, discipline is tough. Waking up early, pushing through when you're tired, staying committed when nobody's watching, that's not easy. It's uncomfortable. It's frustrating. But you know what? That pain is temporary. It lasts for a moment, a day, maybe a few months. But once you push through, once you achieve your goal, that pain is replaced with pride, with strength, with confidence. And when you look back, you realize it was all worth it. Now, contrast that with the pain of regret. Regret doesn't last a moment. It lasts a lifetime. The pain of knowing you let opportunities slip through your fingers. The pain of watching someone else live the life you wanted because they had the discipline to go after it, and you didn't. The pain of realizing you wasted years, even decades, waiting for the right time instead of making the time right now. That's a pain no one should have to live with. The sad reality? Most people will never understand this until it's too late. They tell themselves, I'll start next week. I'll get serious next year. Then next week turns into next year. Next year turns into 5 years. And before they know it, they're looking back at a life filled with unfinished dreams and missed opportunities, wishing they could go back, wishing they could get a second chance. But life doesn't work like that. Once time is gone, it's gone. You don't get it back. So the question is, what pain are you willing to endure? Because pain is inevitable. You either suffer the pain of discipline now, or you suffer the pain of regret later. You either struggle now to build the life you want, or you struggle later knowing you settled for less than you were capable of. There is no in between. There is no escaping it. And if you think you can avoid pain by doing nothing, guess what? That's the fastest way to guarantee regret. Discipline is tough, but it gives you something in return. It gives you growth. It gives you success. It gives you freedom. Regret, on the other hand, gives you nothing except a constant reminder of what could have been. And let me tell you, when you reach a certain age, when you look back and realize you wasted your best years making excuses, avoiding challenges, staying comfortable, that's a pain no one can fix. No amount of money, no amount of distractions, no amount of what ifs can erase it. So don't wait until it's too late. Don't let another day pass by without taking action. You know what you need to do. You know the steps you need to take. Stop waiting for the right moment. Stop making excuses and start moving now. Because the pain of discipline, that fades. But the pain of regret, that lasts forever. Let me tell you something, this moment right here, this is your wake-up call. This is the moment where you decide who you're going to be. You can either step up, take control, and go after the life you want, or you can stay exactly where you are, watching your potential slip away. Nobody's coming to save you. Nobody's going to drag you out of bed. Nobody's going to hand you success. It's on you. Your future is in your hands. Your dreams, your goals, your ambitions, they will live or die based on the actions you take right now. Not tomorrow. Not next week. And now, because every second you waste is a second you can never get back. So, what's it going to be? Are you going to let fear stop you? Are you going to let excuses control your life? Or are you going to rise up, push through the struggle, and fight for what you deserve? Because time is running out. And if you don't act now, one day, you'll look back and realize you lost everything, not because you weren't capable, not because you weren't worthy, but because you didn't take action. And that should scare you more than anything, because regret is the one thing you can never undo. But here's the good news, you still have a choice. Right now, in this moment, you have the power to change everything. You have the power to rewrite your story. You have the power to say, enough is enough. No more excuses. No more waiting. It's time to move. So get up. Get to work. Fight for your future like your life depends on it, because it does. And when you look back years from now, you'll be able to say, I made the right choice. I bet on myself. I took action. And because of that, I have everything I ever wanted.